His statement started, my name is Ryan John Crain and I'm 29 years old and I want to further my education.
We kind of bounced back and forth from group homes, foster homes. Every once in a while my mom would, get her act together and we'd go back and live with her. So that happened for about 6 years until I was 11 and I decided to run away. Didn't want to go back to a group home. I knew my mom was in a tailspin, so ended up running away, and my older brother Chris had already done so and was living on his own. He was 17, living in Wisconsin Dells, and ran away and went and found him, and we basically grew up together. I went to high school in the Dells, and after graduating I was on my own.
One of the greatest things about Ryan is, even though he is farther along in his life, he has a lot more knowledge and understanding probably than a lot of the guys who were joining the colony. He definitely embodies the value of respect. He treated himself just like anybody else in the colony. He saw himself equally as important as every other person that was joining. I thought that was really humble of him to not take his experience and his understanding of how things should be run and just completely take over, but he really tried to work with everybody who was joining along the way.
And I had been in the Dells since I ran away at 11, and it was a comfort zone for me. There's tons of jobs, I knew a bunch of people, and I feel like life is pretty easy there. It's just a small town, but there's tons to do. So I met my now wife when I was working at Monks at the Wilderness. I met her and I was blown away. She was just this really smart, funny, attractive woman, and I wanted to get to know her better, and she ended up coming back here to go to school. She was going to school at UWL. So I came here to visit her, and I got a reservation at this awesome restaurant, and I came and surprised her on campus. Took her out to dinner, and I was like, this is a really cool town. I like the campus. And then shortly thereafter, I noticed her graduating and getting a job, and I wanted to do something like that. I had never went to college. I didn't think it was something for me. Didn't get good, really great grades in high school or anything. And then again, not having parents around, I just thought, my option was to work, and to work only. I didn't think college was the future for me, but after seeing what she did, it inspired me. I moved up here with her as she was finishing off her student teaching and was working at a restaurant. And at the restaurant, I kept on seeing all these other kids going to school, and I'm like, you know what, I can do this. They're looking for me for leadership at the place we're working, and I'm looking at them like, they're the ones that are going to school and ambitious and want to be something, and I wanted that same thing. So came here to UWL because I wanted to go to school here, and they rejected me.
It was I kind of feel myself getting choked up a little bit thinking about it. It was just a really hard, really challenging essay to read. He talked about being a victim of abuse and how his face, every bone in his face was shattered. And it broke my heart because I knew at the time he was not admissible to UWL, and so I brought him in and we talked about this, and I laid his transcript in front of him, and I think he knew. I just wanted him to know that I didn't want him to feel like this was another door, yet another blow, yet another door closing on him, and so I wanted to be that individual to open a door for him and open it wide open. And so we met and we talked about what I probably called Plan B, and another way for Ryan to enter the university by going and attending Western Technical College. I probably asked him to complete a semester and to come back and see me, but those who know Ryan probably would know that doing the minimum is not an option. So he went to Western, he completed 3 semesters, earned straight A's, played basketball. He's just an amazing story.
I think he taught me, hard work, and to get respect, you have to earn it. And the way to earn it is to work hard. And I had a knock on the door, and I was underage. My other friend was underage, and we had been drinking, so I wanted to go outside because I thought it might have been the police. We had the music on, it was a little loud, and when I went out there, I was distracted by a girl, hit. I don't remember seeing the person, and when I did wake up, my friends were coming outside to find me, and I remember I was like getting up from like a pool of blood in my yard, so I was like, you know, and I remember just feeling this pain and getting helped up, and they took me into the house, and it was just like bits and parts I remember because I had, you know, a pretty severe concussion. Every bone was shattered throughout my face, and I do remember parts of like getting to the hospital. My friend's sister, Trish, gave me a ride to the hospital, and when we got there, they right away did a bunch of x-rays, and I remember getting carted into surgery, and it was like a scene out of a movie because they had all my face, like, you know, all the x-rays of my face in different angles up on like these really bright walls. I remember like going by and looking up at them and like seeing how bad my face looked in those pictures. And so yeah, it was definitely traumatic, and I don't remember a lot of it, but there's like little bits and pieces that come back every once in a while.
You know, with Ryan, it was something that, although he was maybe a little bit older, we saw it as a really unique opportunity for him to actually get involved with the colony, be a leader, be somebody who's a little bit older and understands leadership, understands values, understands how to like be organized, especially as a new group. That's really important. So yeah, we just saw like a lot of potential in him, and the fact that he was willing to give his time to Lambda Chi was really like significant to us because we understood he had other commitments in his life, but he was willing to make Lambda Chi one of those commitments.
I definitely wouldn't believe it. I never saw this kind of life for me. I'm married, wanting to start a family. I have a career, which is a practice that I started on my own. It's everything I wanted, and you know, at that time when I was, you know, at the lowest point in my life, I never saw that or thought there was an opportunity. So yeah, I wouldn't believe it. I'm just really proud of everything I've done.